on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yap, 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 yap. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yap, 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 yap. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We made it! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
Oh, no, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E and streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. If you got a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV. You're going to thank me later because they got all kinds of stuff. In fact, I'll let you see some of that a little bit later on the show. Listen, this is Freestyle Friday. And you know me, on Freestyle Friday, I talk about everything but sports. I mean, I might get into a little bit of it with my next guest because there's some life issues that have happened recently in the world of sports. I might want to get her take on it. But let me tell you something. Y'all, if I look like I'm excited, if my jaws look like they hurting because I'm smiling so much, it is because of my guest. She is somebody that I have admired from afar for a long, long time. Not stalker-ish, just admiration. She is a recording artist, a published author, a professional mentor, and she is a life coach. And y'all, without further ado, I'm going to bring in one of the baddest ladies in the business. It's none other than the Shei Atkins. Shei, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for that beautiful intro. I appreciate it.
Listen, I kid you not. I ain't gonna lie. I've been a fan of yours for a minute, and the hair on my arms are standing up because you are live on the lunch break, and I appreciate you. I mean it.
I appreciate you for having me.
Well, Shei, let's just get right into it. First of all, tell us, for those who don't know, who Shei Atkins is. Born in Houston, raised in Houston.
That's right. I call myself a recording artist, an author, and a self-love life coach, a down-to-earth girl from Houston, Texas. I put out 3 albums, you know. My first album came out 2004. So you might know me from singing. So just, you know, a down-to-earth country girl from Houston, Texas.
Now, Shei, you know, again, and I've seen you for a long time. So, I work with KWWJ, and I've been around the gospel community for a long time. And again, you're one of the baddest ones out there. Have been very authentic. You are someone who's true to your worship, your ministry, who you are, and what you're about. You don't put on any airs. And I've noticed that about you. What you see with Shei is what you get.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
That's real talk. Now, where'd you go to high school, Shei?
I went to Booker T. Washington High School, baby. Was in the band, on the drill team, marching, getting it, and in the choir at school. So, Booker T. Washington.
Y'all got one of the best principals out there right now in the game. Dr. Phillips is a good friend of mine. I love what he's doing, and all he's doing is taking Booker T. Washington on up even higher. So good to know that you went to Booker T.
Come on now.
Yeah.
T. Washington, Eagles.
Now, Shei, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get right into it. So,
Go ahead.
Graduated from Booker T, and then life started happening. Tell us about your transition from high school to becoming a mother of a beautiful child.
Well, you know what? Actually, I didn't become a mother till my 30s. I left high school and jumped right into marriage. So I got married. I got married at 19 years old.
Shei,
Yeah.
let me lean into the camera. You let somebody tie you down at 19? How that happened?
Yeah, I did because the church that I was attending had a strong marriage ministry.
Okay.
So it was normal. It was not unusual for young 19-year-old, 20-year-olds to get married. So I just had a passion for family. I've always had a passion for family, just, the family life. And so it's second nature to me.
Now we got Shei Atkins joining us here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. We're streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3. Shei, at 19, what was married life like?
It was because he did my music. That's who did all my music. So it was just taking risks, following our dreams, and having a good time. And traveling, doing shows, and pursuing our dreams. That's what it was like.
Okay. What did you like most about being married at 19, and what did you like least about being married so young?
What I like most is just the married life, the things that we do together. It's just me, the domesticated cooking, watching movies together, following our dreams together. What I did not like, well, I guess at the time we experienced infidelity the first year of marriage.
Okay.
So that was very unexpected because I was so green. I had him up on the high, pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
It hit me from the blind side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So but I made it work. I turned it into a message, and that's why I sang about marriage a lot on all of my albums, because it kind of developed just a deeper passion to help, married couples.
Now we got Shei Atkins joining us. Now she's a self-love life coach. She's a national recording artist.
Yeah.
An author, and I it's Freestyle Friday, so you know me. I get into it. So Shei, for a lot of people, infidelity is the end of the relationship. You said you turned it into a message. What made you stay after finding out that your spouse, your young spouse, was not faithful to you?
I think the fact that I knew nothing about self-love, I was never taught self-love. We was always taught to stick it out. We was always taught to hang in there, until the end. You don't see yourself get a divorce. Because I think that now looking back, I might not have stayed.
I was going to ask you.
I might not have stayed, now looking back. Or either I might have would have left before I left. Put it like that.
So Shei at this age, and you don't have to tell your age, Shei at this age, going back in time, talking to 19-year-old Shei, 20-year-old Shei, would say some things differently to her than Shei said to herself back then.
Yeah, and it would be just the boundaries, what you allow, what I allowed. Mm-hmm. I would not have allowed certain things because I allowed certain things. It was kind of like, I would say, a flower not getting water.
Yeah.
It's only so long you can sit under certain behaviors before you start withering. And so instead of leaving, I stayed and withered. And then I became the cheater. Then I became the alcoholic. I became just the rebellious Shei that turned her back on God because I was mad at God. Well,
Wow.
really, God ain't got nothing to do with this. This don't have nothing to do with the Lord. This is you don't have boundaries. You not knowing how to, put your foot down. So,
Shane, do me a favor. You gotta stay right there. I gotta take a quick break. But when I come
okay.
back, I want to dive into that a little bit more. Shei ended up becoming rebellious. Shei
Oh,
ended up
yeah.
becoming an alcoholic, having substance abuse problems. She
Yes.
ended up becoming unfaithful because
Yeah.
she was mad at God. I want to dig into that a little bit. Shei, I don't know if you know, I'm a pastor in my spare time, and
Okay.
a lot of times we don't get to talk about some of these things. From the
Oh, yeah.
folk don't want you getting in their
Yeah.
business like that. We're gonna get
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
on this show.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm gonna come back. Listen, look her up. Shei Atkins. That's SHEIATKINS.com. You're gonna thank me because she the real deal and
Come on now.
she true to it. We'll be right back with more on the lunch break right after this on powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV.
Discouragement, sorrow, distance. Your arguments cause damage to your family. The hurt leads to divorce. You feel like there is nowhere else to turn. But there is hope for you. That's where we come into play. There is an overcomer that lives inside of you. One ready to take on the world as you leap for joy, living in victory. You'll grow to love yourself and others. There's life after divorce, and you can claim it today. Get Over Divorce, where your new story begins here every Thursday on YouTube and Spreaker.
Hello, my name is Laura Williams here in the new car sales department at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. We've got a lot of great deals going on for the month of August. Right now, only $589 a month for a 36-month lease on an XT6. You can find that and so many great deals here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands.
All right, listen, if you need a great quality vehicle, trust me, there's none better than my dear friend Laurel Williams at Bayway Cadillac in the Woodlands. 936-321-6000 is the number to dial. That's 936-321-6000. Let her know AJ and the lunch break sent you. She's going to take care of you. She's going to take care of you. Listen, we're back on Freestyle Friday on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. We're streaming live right now on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3, and I've got somebody who I've admired for a while. And as I was doing research on Shei Atkins, I saw some of the things that she's talking about now. And my first, I took that step back. I was like, wow, you would never know that she went through what she's been through because you don't look like what you've been through. But I believe that there's a testimony in here that will help somebody by hearing that as powerful as Shei is now, she had to overcome some things. So Shei, talk about how what you were going through sent you in the wrong direction. When did you realize you had a problem with alcohol?
Well, I want to say this first before I get into that, because when I share my testimony, I want to share it from a place not as a victim, or making him look bad, because we do co-parent and we are friends.
Absolutely.
And we co-parent together. So, this is just my experience at that time that brought me to that place. So I just want to say that, for those watching, that I'm not trying to, I played a role in this too. Absolutely. And so, it just got to the point where I felt disrespected. I didn't feel like my voice was heard. I didn't feel like my feelings mattered. And so over a period of time where it was kind of like I was hopeless to that. I felt like the disrespect, I just had enough. It's because I found my value in being a wife. Mm-hmm. Because I found my value in being a singer. When it was at that place in the marriage, wasn't no music because of the conflict that we were having, and wasn't no honor. So the singing is gone. That's stripped from me. A happy marriage is gone. So I feel like I'm worthless. I didn't know who I was outside of it. And so I decided okay, I'm going to drown my sorrows in alcohol because this pain, leaving wasn't an option at the time. And this pain, I don't want to feel this pain. I don't want to feel this disrespect. So let me just start drowning. And I purposely began to drink and drown my sorrows away. I was like, F Shay. I used to get drunk. F Shay. She did. My name is,
Mm,
because my government name is Shalita.
mm-hmm.
I say F Shay. My name's Shalita.
Wow.
And I did what I wanted to do. I became a whole nother woman, baby. That Shay praise and worship leader that you knew. Oh no, it
Yeah.
was all about the turn. It was all about the turn up and the partying and just doing what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't have boundaries and because I allowed myself to stay in an environment where I wasn't being watered.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
what happened. People say, I never do that or I never do that. Sit under something where you're not being watered long enough. And
Come on.
you get dehydrated. You do dehydrated things.
Yeah. Yeah. Shay, I always
So
say people have strong opinions about stuff they never had to go through. They got all
yes, yeah,
the stuff that they've never had to make the decision on. So, we don't judge from afar. Not in my lifetime. Not in
yeah.
my lifetime. Except for the grace of God, there go I. Shay,
Wow.
when did you realize you had a problem, and what did you do once you realized you had a problem?
I didn't care if I had a problem.
Mm,
This wasn't about having a problem. This is about my life is over. I have no value anymore. I can't sing. I have no one to do my music. The marriage is broken. Life is over.
mhm,
This is
mhm,
my new life. This is my
mhm,
new life.
mhm,
Drinking.
mhm.
I left God. I stopped going to church. So, this was beyond having a problem. This was giving up.
Wow, you
This
get
what you call hopelessness.
wow, wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. Okay,
And
so
so I stayed on that path for about 7 years, 8 years. Yeah. From 2000, I'm going to say 11 to 2017 when I left, it was going down. I was on a self-destructive path.
my
Yep,
goodness, my goodness.
yep.
Now, let me ask you this question. We got Shei Atkins joining us here on Freestyle Friday. If you want to talk sports, we'll do that later. But right now, I really want to help somebody through her testimony. When you stop going to church, do people reach out to you? Do people say, Shei, what's going on? Where are you? We missed you. We need you back. Did anybody reach out to you like that?
No, because I had already left the church where we got married at. We weren't there. We, you know, did praise and worship at another church
Okay.
for a while. So we had been gone away from the people that knew us like that. So they wouldn't have no idea, what I was going through because they weren't seeing me a lot anyway. And the praise and worship, I had been stopped doing that. So no, nobody. Uh-oh, you froze up on me. Yeah, you froze up on me. You might have to leave out and come back in. But how y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all leave comments and holler at us. Talk to us if you have any questions. Put your questions in. Mm. But we're going to wait on them to pop back in. Mm. Things happen. Technical difficulties happen. Mm. Mm. He'll be popping back in here in a minute. Thank y'all for hanging in there. Mm.
Shay, I apologize. We got
There
bad
you go, y'all.
out my way, and when I tell you
Oh,
power's been going out off and on, we got real
oh
bad.
yeah, the rain. Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm glad
yeah,
we were able to get back on. Listen, I'm not gonna keep you much longer because I don't know how long I'm gonna be on. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want you to finish that thought though, Shay. You were saying that you all had left church and that you were praise and worshiping at another church, and then
Yes.
yeah. So
And then
take
that had stopped for a while.
okay.
That stopped for a while. So it wasn't like um I was around a lot of people that knew us because I wasn't really attending church anymore. In the church I was on praise and worship at, I had been gone from there too.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, nobody reached that. I wasn't trying to be found. I wasn't trying to.
So now bring us to how Shay got out of that spiral back up to where she was walking in her faith and her calling.
Okay. I cheated. Went through my cheating phase, the drinking phase, and it was kind of like we were roommates. And once I kind of recognized it's finna be over for real because I'm having panic attacks. Just stressed out. I was very stressed, and I said, you know what, I got to get out of here because if I don't know how long I can make it like this. You know, I'm mentally, I'm not where I need to be. Um, and we just roommates at this point.
Mm.
So let me go. You know, and so I left. I moved away, and jumped into the arms of somebody else.
Oh, Jesus.
So I jumped into the arms of somebody else. You know, I thought I just knew I had found my knight in shining armor. He'd have rescued me from this terrible marriage. But at the end of the day, that was the lesson. That was a straw. But because I found my value in being his woman, uh, after about a year and a half, he pretty much ghosted me.
Mm.
He left unexpectedly. And so, woo, that was like, baby, you're going to have to, I got to heal from him and the pain of the marriage because I hadn't dealt with none of this pain. So he was the straw. So, oh, no, I got to heal. I got to heal from this here. And so, I told God, I say, Lord, if you heal me, if you show me how to love me without depending on a man and depending on a substance, I will show others what I did. I will help them love themselves. Just show me what to do. I have no idea what to do.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so I went through the process of learning and just loving me and giving that love, all that energy I was putting into those situationships, I started putting it back on me and learning who I am. I started building my life on a solid foundation of who God said I am. Not no man, no nothing, no title, no singer, nothing. My life is built on if singing, being an author, whatever gets stripped away, I'm simply a servant of God and I'm happy with that.
Wow. Wow.
I'm valuable because I exist. I'm valuable because of who God say I am, not because I'm your wife, not because I work here, not because I drive this. And when you get that in your spirit, it doesn't matter who walks away from your life, baby. You can go on. Wow, you can get through anything when you know that it's God that's giving you your value, that
Shay,
you are God's masterpiece.
Shei Atkins
And
is
so,
me on fire. I mean it. That was powerful testimony. right there. Shei, I got to take another break. When I come back, I want to hear about the self-love life coaching that you do, because that's very specific. And I want to hear
Yeah,
how
it
that.
is.
Okay. We're going to be right back with the very phenomenal Shei Atkins right after this on the lunch break, powered by Jones Media and Entertainment.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to show that attainability. I want to show the accessibility of this kind of lifestyle.
From social media to having conversations with friends and family, you always have to put on face and say face.
What brings a smile to my face is the one person that totally believes in me, and that's my beautiful wife, Jody.
I just had to stop because I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. And it's like, I have to learn to love myself.
Changing the world one conversation at a time. This is Revelations.
Hello, my name is Laura Williams here in the new car sales department at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. We've got a lot of great deals going on for the month of August. Right now, only $589 a month for a 36-month lease on an XT6. You can find that and so many great deals here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands.
Nine 321-6000. Ask for my friend Laura Williams. She's going to take good care of you at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. And they got more than just Cadillac on the lot. If you need something dependable at a great price, got some warranty on it, I'm telling you, you want to get to Laura Williams at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, 936-321-6000. Tell her AJ sent you. All right, we're back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. And I got my friend Shei Atkins. I mean, Shei, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of the testimony. There's some folks getting help today, and I am.
Amen. I hope so.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so things kind of changed up for you, and you decided to go back and start helping other folks as a self-love life coach. Tell me about that.
I just help people love themselves. I coach on self-love and healing after a breakup or a divorce.
Okay.
So that's what I coach. You know, I'm not a therapist. I just listen to their situation, and it's kind of like a mechanic. They tell you what's wrong with the car, you know, and the mechanic, okay, I think this it here, work on this. And, you know, I give them homework assignments based on their situation, what they want, you know, to learn or grasp wherever they are in their journey, in their relationship, whether it's to love themselves or to get over somebody. I give them homework and solutions.
I hear you. I hear tools that they can use when they need them the most.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Shei, why is self-love important? Talk about that, because I hear a lot of people talk about self-care and self-preservation and self-love. Why is that important?
Well, it's important because every relationship we have is going to reflect the relationship we have with ourselves. And so if we have an unhealthy relationship with self, if the way we talk to ourselves is negative, if the way we treat ourselves, we have no faith, we have no hope. It's hard to give and receive love. I would say, you know, you're ready for a relationship when you're able to give and receive love. And if you can't give love, or you have a problem receiving love, then you have some unworthiness issues. You got some blocks you need to be working on before you try to jump into something, because you don't know how to receive something that's genuine. You think they up to something. Yeah. So heal your heart. And when you know that you are lovable, you can believe that someone else can love you too. Yeah. So that's why it's important. It's important because, like I say, you know how to let people go. You know how to walk away when it ain't right, when they don't honor you. And you know how to let them go when they decide, or if they decide they want to walk away from you or ghost you. You loving you. Yeah.
That's strong. Again, if you can't love yourself, how can you love someone else and allow someone else to love you the way that you're supposed to be loved? Because that's right. People have a whole lot of different things that they call love, but I'm talking about real God-ordained love where it's blessed and it's fruitful and it's nourishing and it's encouraging.
Yeah.
You know, that's what love really is, right?
Right. Because if you don't love you and you in a relationship, where are you operating from?
Yeah.
Is it fear? Like what place are you coming from to try to please them? Is it fear or is it love?
Shei, talk about some of your music. How have you been able to minister some of these principles, if you will, in through your music?
Well, when I came back, the first song that I wrote in 2019 and released was "Loving Me," and it was just me telling my story of how I was trying to drink and sex the pain away, but I asked God to build me up and heal me up, and now I'm loving me. You know, I matter, so I wrote the book "Loving Me," and then I wrote the song "Loving Me." You know, to help people to, you know, get that mind frame and see themselves as valuable.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's that God's masterpiece.
How have both of those been received?
It's been received good. I got a lot of good feedback, you know, in my inbox from Loving Me. And all things are possible.
Yeah, yeah. Shei, you got a beautiful child. How has that changed your life, and how does that motivate you to stay on this path rather than go back to what you've been delivered from?
I want her to understand self-love. I know she's gonna have her own issues, but I want her to see me loving her from a healthy place, showing her what real love is, so that I don't want her to have the same I had a low confidence, you know, real insecure. And I want to try to invest into her confidence, you know, more as a mother. And not only that, she comes to my shows, she comes to my plays, and she sees me on the stage walking in my purpose. I want her to see that, you know, and she's laying next to me as God is giving me these songs. She's singing with me. I'm showing her how to worship. I'm showing her how to pray, you know. So it has really motivated me to be a positive example and teach her how to pray and call on Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Shei Atkins, y'all.
Especially in this time.
Yeah, Shei Atkins, you are truly an overcomer, and we know that the word says we are more than overcomers. You've overcome more than you even imagine.
Yeah, I don't know if you know what's his name, Reverend Knight.
Yeah,
but I remember he said, I got this from him. He said, "You will be no more than how you see yourself to be." I don't care how many scriptures you know, you gotta see it. You will be no more than how you see yourself to be. God is calling you to a higher place, but you gotta see it. If you see yourself as nothing, you're gonna operate as nothing. If you see yourself as unlovable, you're gonna operate as unlovable. You gotta see yourself whole and happy, prosperous.
Well, Shei, let me tell you something. You have blessed a lot of people today. One of them sitting right here. You done blessed me.
Amen.
I've always admired you. I've always respected you. I've always, honored you. And I had no idea why. I didn't know your story. I didn't know your testimony until I did research for this show. And I got to tell you, you are somebody. You are somebody. You are somebody in the kingdom. And I just thank goodness for you. What would you say to somebody?
I'm somebody. I'm going places. I'm going higher and higher and down. Moving forward into my greatness. 'Cause I deserve it all. I'm giving my all to love me. Can't let nothing stop me from loving me. Come on now.
You listen, I didn't know how I was going to ask you to sing something, but look how God worked that out right there. Shei Atkins, Shei Atkins. Do me a favor. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You want me to do your favor? What is it?
No, I was going to do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can find your music, where they can find your books, where they can find how to reach out to you as a self-love life coach.
If you go to my website, SheiAtkins.com, it's going to take you. There are links you can click on for all my books, my self-love journey podcast that I have, my CDs, and you'll be able to get to my coaching page. But if you want to go directly to my coaching page, you can go to mymentor.life/Shei Atkins. Dot
mymentor.life
life
slash
slash
Shei
Shei
Atkins.
Atkins.
And that's SHEIATKINS. And I will tell y'all, listen, don't go through this alone. Don't suffer
Yeah,
alone. Don't feel like nobody cares. Don't feel like nobody understands. And don't feel ashamed. Don't feel
yeah,
like you made such a bad choice and you went all out into this bad relationship or this bad
yeah,
addiction or whatever, and people are going to judge you and going to condemn you. People like Shei Atkins are out there, and
yeah,
I know she
yeah,
will do everything she can to help you. And I'm personally saying, reach out to her, call her, because
yeah.
she's real, she's accessible, she's approachable, and she will treat you with the same love that somebody treated her to help her come out. Am I right, Shei?
That's right. And I'm gonna just say, be ready to do the work, because when you healing, you got to be willing to go through the withdrawals. Just like somebody on drugs or alcohol. When you're trying to overcome heartbreak, and it was really a strong soul tie, you will go through the withdrawals, and you have to be ready to fight, fight for your healing.
Shei, that's a really good point, because a lot of times, especially when it's a domestic situation or what, there's that draw to go back. You know,
Yeah,
he's not going to be like he was the last time, or she's not going to do what she did the last time. Or, I can change him. I can fix him. Oh, that
yeah.
was my fault. There's that draw to go back. What would you say to somebody who wants to go back to something that they're being delivered from?
Well, what you going back to? Because I know our list. It's the feeling. It's the feeling. And so this is what I tell my clients. You got to ask yourself, how can I give myself what I feel like I can't get unless I get it from them? And you might have to figure it out. You might have to start trying different things. But how can I give myself this feeling?
Yeah, yeah.
You got to learn, because you ain't had no healthy relationship with you, so you don't know. But try some stuff. Spend some time with God. Let God fill your cup. Lord, you said that if I drink of you, I'll never thirst again. Show me how to drink of you. Show me how to be satisfied in you, God, because I don't know. What do I do?
Now, Shei, let me ask you this, as we're wrapping up. Do you deal with clients that are not Christian per se, but they see something in you that they want to give you a chance to help them out? Do you deal with those kind of clients?
I'm not even sure if they Christian. I have clients from different states all over. And I don't even know them. They don't know me. They just look at my profile and say, I think that she can help me. By reading my, what I say.
Yeah.
And they take a chance on me. Just like you would if you go looking for somebody. You're gonna read what they say they do, and okay, let me try it, them. So it's not really even about religion.
I got you, and I love that.
Yeah.
Again, you are who I saw you to be, Shei. This is who you were. This is who you were.
Yeah.
Now, Shei, you at one point were doing more singing ministry than anything else. What's that look
Yeah.
like now? Are you doing more coaching? Are you doing more, writing? Are you doing more singing? Which one is the balance now?
Well, of course, remember the ex did all the music, so wasn't no music getting done, and I didn't know who I was, so I had to find what else. How else can I turn this mess into a message? So that's what made me get certified. So it was a lot of coaching going on, wasn't no singing going on, because I had to build my confidence back up as a person. So wasn't no singing. I was hiding. I was scared. It was like I was in a negative, my confidence. So a part of the healing journey was to build that back up.
Yeah.
So this year, the shows are picking up. I have more shows this year than I've had in years.
Wow.
In years. And so God is, as He's healing me and restoring me, because I don't want to be out there just to be out there. I want to really be confident and know who I'm coming back, knowing who I am. Now I'm coming back not to try to for likes and views, and I'm coming back for a purpose. I'm coming to heal hearts. So I'm a whole another woman when it comes to just why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
and not being swayed by what you think about me. This is bigger than that.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that
And that,
about
yeah,
you. Yeah. I love
that was
that.
necessary for me, to get on that stage. I ain't getting out there just because you want me out there.
Yeah.
You don't even know that I don't even believe in myself right now. I ain't think about that stage. That's where I was, but now I'm like, okay, Lord, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready, to help the people. So they picking up automatically. They calling me. I haven't tried to get booked. They call me. So it's time. I feel like it is. Get ready.
Yep. Yep. I love
Get
it.
ready.
Love it. I love it. Now, Shei, you got a
Yeah.
podcast out there. Tell us the name of the podcast, please.
It's called the Self-Love Journey.
Okay.
And I
All right.
have people from all walks of life just sharing their journey, where they are and how they got to loving themselves. So some of them have a little self-love, some have a lot.
And
But all
where
kinds.
where can people find the podcast at, Shei?
You can go to SheiAtkins.com and watch it, or you can just type in Shei Atkins, the self-love journey, on YouTube,
Yeah.
and it'll pull them up. I'm 30 episodes in so far.
Okay. How do you like being on that side? Because I've been in radio forever, and podcasts and video and TV now. How do you like being on that side of things?
I love talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I love helping people. I love giving people a platform. It's kind of like everybody's voice matters. It's not about having the biggest name. Your name don't have to be in lights. You special too.
Yeah.
What's your story? And
Yeah.
so I have them everyday people
Yeah.
sharing their journey of
Yeah.
to self-love. Yeah.
I love that.
So yeah.
Hey, when does the podcast? When do you film it? When can people start seeing the episodes?
Catch up on the first 30, and then every other Friday.
Every other Friday. Okay. All
Every
right.
other Friday.
All right.
So yeah.
Shei Atkins, I mean it when I say, I kid you not, when I tell you, you are one of my favorites. Always have been. From the first time I saw, who is that? I said,
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
is somebody. We used to play your music on KWWJ,
I
and
appreciate it.
I used to see you out, and I said, man,
Yeah,
that there's the real deal. I had no idea, because I saw
yeah,
you some of those period, and I was like, I had no idea that you were going through any
yeah,
of it.
yeah. Well, if you saw me, I might not have been going through it yet.
Okay.
I might not have, the camel's back might not have been broken yet if you
Gotcha.
saw me.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
'Cause, hey, yeah.
When it broke, you walked away until you got
Oh,
forward, and now you on the comeback.
yeah. And if you're watching, don't let nobody ever take you off the path. Don't ever give somebody that much power over your life where their mistreatment make you get off the path. No, you remove yourself. Remove yourself.
That's so
But
powerful. We're
yeah,
gonna, we,
yeah, don't,
we're gonna end on that note right there. I think that's the
yeah,
perfect ending for
yeah.
a very great Freestyle Friday here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3. And y'all look up her website; it's right there,
Yeah.
SheiAtkins.com. That's SheiAtkins.com. And what's your life coach website again?
My mentor.life/Shei Atkins.
MyMentor.life
Yeah,
slash Shei Atkins.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Listen, I'm going to try to have you back, because I know you got a lot that you can help other people do. Plus, we want to keep up with what you're doing out there in your writing and your producing and all
yeah.
that. You got a whole breadth of things that you do, Shei. So we got to have you
And
come back. Will you come back to us again?
I would love to come back.
All right, my friend. Well, you have a great rest of your weekend. We will be talking to you soon. And thank you, Shei. I really appreciate you making time for me.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, y'all. That is Shei Atkins. Do go to her website. Do know that she is the real deal. SheiAtkins.com. That's SheiAtkins.com. I loved everything that she said, especially about loving herself before she could try to love somebody else. Listen, this was a special Freestyle Friday. I know we didn't do a full hour, but the weather's so bad right now where I am. So I want to make sure that you're safe. And, we want to keep putting quality stuff out there. Don't forget to tune in to us on Monday. Coach Johnny Cole with the HBCU Stroll. He's got another special guest, another great work that he's been doing. And, of course, we'll have all the latest things going on in the world of sports on Talk Your Team Tuesday, Winning Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, and then it'll be time for another Freestyle Friday. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it except meet me here on Monday. All right? Y'all take care. We'll talk to you then.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.